Your money and your financial management will make or break the success of your business. Hi, if we have not met before, my name is John Ruman. I'm an international business coach, consultant, and corporate trainer. And today I'm going to talk about the virtues and the pitfalls of when it comes to money and financial management. First of all, most people have never been taught financial management. They start a business or they have a desire to start a business and they've never even taken an accounting course. They don't understand what cash flow means. When I coach them and I bring up the concept of KPI, their eyes kind of gloss over and they kind of stare blankly. They just don't understand the basics of finances. So I'll tell you why that is, and then we'll kind of delve in a little deeper. So one of the reasons this is an issue for so many people is quite simply money in their household was a taboo subject. People did not talk about money, how much they earned. It was a bad thing. Take that with another topic. How much people weigh, or how much they gained or lost in weight that year, or what they had for food. The reason that money is such a taboo subject is primarily it is viewed as poor manners to discuss something that others may not have a lot of. And I respect that. People can become very resentful, jealous. They can act sometimes in violent ways. They can sometimes steal. But that's not the point. The point I want to bring up is it is a taboo subject. My former career, I was in the finance world. Very wealthy people, some more wealthy than others. But there is a consistent thing I noticed with those who are much wealthier than the others. I don't mean the top 5-10%. I mean the top single-digit percentage. So these very wealthy people had a few things they did, but I was very blessed because I did help them with their finances and such, is to watch their discussions amongst the family. I would actually sit with them, their wife, their children, when we'd usually have dinner, and then we'd have a discussion with the family, the parents usually. And what was fascinating about this, the wealthiest, and I'm talking the wealthiest of the wealthy people I had, discussed money, no joke, like, hey, that division we have, we should sell that, and I think maybe we should buy some more of this. And I'm not talking small things like 100, 200,000, 300,000 U.S. purchases for how they want to, let's say, further diversify another division. The point is, with them, money was not a taboo subject. It was as normal as talking about the weather. They would talk about buying cars, selling cars, buying even companies and selling companies. Like big financial discussions in most people's lives was as normal as everyone else talking about politics. People complaining about the current U.S. president or whatever. They talked about money like it was no big deal. A great book, by the way, if you're taking notes, I would appreciate you read, is called Secrets of the Millionaire Mind by T. Harv Eker. It kind of goes into he's a very wealthy man, and he kind of explains a lot of the things he does and habits and such. So that I'll tell you actually one other thing that they do. Wealthy people read usually 300 to 500 pages of books a day. And then they tend to their wealth every day. So let me continue with the other thing. So financial management is a skill set. Most people who are in the finance world that are successful have at least a certain level, a modicum of financial intelligence and knowledge before they say, hey, I want to own a business or start a company or whatever. So at some point you should take an accounting class, a certain level accounting class. So that way your accountant and the bookkeeper cannot steal money just because you don't know how to read the books. For example, the lead singer of the Rolling Stones, his name's slipping me, and if you want to send it to me, that'd be great. But he had millions stole from him from his financial team who was supposedly managing the money because he did not understand finances. So don't let that happen to you. If you want like the good fundamental education on this, the book that kind of changed the whole industry is called Rich Dad Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki. That book series is the best selling book series when it comes to business and finance historically, or that's been around thus far, with very good reason, just because it really teaches you good fundamentals of finance. Not very deep, but it'll get you started. But I would encourage everyone to take a basic accounting course just so you can actually look at your books and have a better understanding. I would start with Rich Dad Poor Dad because it gives a very fun and light way for you to understand how that works. So finances is a skill set. Your financial IQ and understanding should continue to grow, just like the knowledge of what you do should continue to grow. You should be hungry to become better at it. If you want to become wealthier, you need to understand how money works, how to leverage debt, what is good debt, understanding how, I don't know, there's just a lot of fundamentals to finance, but how understanding money and the tools and tricks of the trade, if you will, can make you a very wealthy person or a very poor person, depending on your understanding of them. Okay, and I'll tell you one more thing, and then I'll go into something else. So something I would also encourage, and this is something that T. Harv talks about in his book, but I also asked these people because I had read this book back then. And what they do is every single day, for 20 to 30 minutes, every single day of their life, weekends included, they literally tend to their wealth. Think of it like a garden. You plant a garden. You don't put the seeds in and say, I'll come back in 3 weeks, there's going to be plants. No. You put the seeds in, you water them, you make sure that the area around the seeds doesn't have too many weeds, and you continually cultivate that plant even into adulthood so that it's able to maximize its yield for you. Everything with your finances is the same. So you can change what you're focusing your attention to, your energy, and this will be a tremendously impactful thing for you. So if you find that what I talked about today is a benefit to you and of interest to you, I'm actually doing a 7-week course called the Business Accelerator Program. It's starting on the 9th of January, 2019. This course is an online group coaching format where I'll be going through every week a different topic of areas that I find that people really struggle with, new or existing businesses. So, and if you notice, I teach a lot of material. So this class will be kind of the meatiest part of the material, at least as it pertains to the subject at hand. So, for example, the financial management, I'll go deeper than what I went in today. Every class is an hour and 15 minutes. It'll be approximately an hour of me talking with you, and then 15 minutes of pure Q&A. I will be available in between the week, but it's going to be once a week on Wednesday nights. If you have any interest, what I'll do is I will post the info to that workshop, the workshop class, if you will, the course, in this actual post, so you can go and click on it and get details. It is priced super affordably so that everyone who has a business or wants to start a business can comfortably do it. You're going to have 24/7 access after the fact. Again, I will be with you live, so I would love to see you there. So any questions you have, I welcome them. Wherever you are in your business and career, please take time for you to grow your financial IQ. Understand that financial management is an ongoing and growing skill. Do not lean purely on your accountant, your bookkeeper. It's important that you have a good fundamental understanding yourself. You can read the profit and loss statement. You can read the cash flow statement, and you can understand what's happening without going to them to decode it for you. That should be your objective. And you want to read this with confidence. So again, start with Rich Dad, Poor Dad, go from there, and that'll help you a great deal, as well as, again, hang around people, by the way, who talk about money. If you talk to other people who are really successful, they will actually talk about and celebrate their wins, which can be big numbers for those who are not on their level playing field. But if it makes you uncomfortable, that's a good thing. Uncomfortable is good. It means that it's going to push you to a higher level of what you have now. And if you can actually become to play on their playing field, your financial life will totally change, because you are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. So take some time to cultivate your financial IQ and watch the magic happen. Any questions or feedback, I would love to and welcome them. And please share this video with anyone you know who needs a better financial management, financial IQ, as well as someone who would benefit from the course. Thank you so much.